your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, man, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, and I promise y'all there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to stay out the way, man. I don't want to see you go to jail. That's what staying out the way is about, man. Being able to stay out here and not go in that cage, man. We're going to stay out the way if we don't have to be there. I've been there. You don't want to be there. Everybody that already been there before, we don't want to go back. Why would we want to go back and live in those conditions, man? Why? It don't make sense, man. There's nothing out here worth doing and putting yourself in that situation, man. Nothing. There's like nothing out here is worth doing to put yourself back in that predicament, man. I don't care what it is, y'all. You got to stay out the way, man. Don't let peer pressure get you, man. Don't let homeboys tell you got to do this. Don't let people make you do things you don't want to do. Think about your family. Think about your kids. Think about the people that you're going to leave. Think about the people that really care about you, man. I know you out here running around with your team and you think this is who your family is, and they could be family because you know they got your back because they're gonna ride with you no matter what. But at the end of the day, man, when it's all said and done, it's gonna be nobody but you. It's gonna be nobody but you, man. Those people that you're leaving behind, man. So just stay out the way from me, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Thursday banger game. So I need y'all to do this one. Like, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Skip. Let's go. It's time for business. Time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Was Stealing. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation. But we are where, people? We are in penitentiary, man, where crazy things happen all the time. And I'm telling y'all, man, like, sometimes you got a lot of people that's in there doing time that don't care about other people's property, man, because they think it's their property, man. You have some people that don't have help from the streets, that they'll do anything just to get some cookies and cakes or electronics, man. Even if they got to steal it or take it, man. That's just what goes on in penitentiary, man. Penitentiary is a place that has all type of stuff going on. Robbing, stealing, hurting people, everything you can think of, man. That's what goes on in penitentiary, man. So every time I seen a situation like that, when it came time to stealing or somebody taking somebody else's stuff, man, it never turns out good, y'all. So with that being said, though, we on Lawrenceville for this one, y'all. We on Lawrenceville. And I can remember being in 60 building for this one, y'all. The second time around game, man. Like, y'all already know the count, man. This part that I'm in now used to be San Francisco, but it's not no more. This is a regular pod now. Like, they got rid of everybody, and they just made the building back regular. So it's back being just a regular building again, man. But at the same time, though, man, like, I'm the type of dude, man, like for real, like, even though I felt like that was messed up by them sending me back to San Francisco, like, when I got over there and saw it was changed, like, I still didn't want to stay over there. Like, I wasn't used to being on that side of the yard, man. I had guys over there that Rockaway Ballhead was in 70 building because he had went to the hole when he was in 30. But, like, I still wanted to be on the side of the yard where I was more familiar with, man. And that's 30 building. Like, I just been in that building so long, I just felt like leaving that building was crazy, man. So now I'm over in 60 building. I got to kind of adapt. Gotta kind of be a person that gotta get used to new things, man, because they run things a little different on this side. Now, it's still the same sweet Lawrenceville, but for the most part, it's different hustlers over here. It's different people getting to the bag. It's a lot of stuff going over here that wasn't going over in 30 building. Everything is different on each side. So I'm in the pod, man, just trying to make it. I'm just trying to stay out of the way. If a route come through, y'all already know I'm gonna get in the car. Now, I was in the cell with this dude from Virginia Beach, man. We're gonna call him Tim. Now, Tim was a cool dude, like, for real. When I moved in, I seen that bro was already on the bottom bunk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, usually I'm coming from a bottom bunk. So I'm a bottom bunk type of guy. So off the rip, I can tell when I come in the room if like, yo, he's super comfortable on that bottom bunk, or he just somebody that's on the bottom bunk. Like you can tell from the property they have, you can tell from what the stuff that's in the cell. You can just tell if someone's extra comfortable with being on the bottom bunk. So when I came in, like, bro kind of like, bro on super comfortable. Like I could tell, like, for one, he didn't have a TV. Now, a dude not having a TV can mean a lot of things, man. It can mean you either broke, you ain't got nobody on the street that's taking care of you, man, or your people's that sent you the money a few times to get a TV and you spent the money. It can mean a few things in there, man. So me walking in, seeing that Tim didn't have no TV, it was a little different for me because y'all already know how I feel about roommates that don't have TVs. So when I walked in and seeing Tim ain't had no TV, like he was in there chilling, like, you know what I mean, looking at a magazine when I walked in. So I walked in, seeing bro, he come off the magazine, he was like, what's up, Tim? He introduced himself. I'm like, what's up, man? I was like, where you from, bro? I was like, cause he had looked familiar. I was like, what's up, bro? Where you from? He was like, I'm from the beach. I was like, all right. I was like, that's what's up. I was like, I got locked up in the beach. He was like, yeah. So we get to talking a little bit. You know, as I got to talking to him, I saw that I was a few years older than him. You know what I mean? Like at this time, I'm probably like 30. You know what I mean? I'm probably like just turning 30 at this time. He probably like 26 or something like that. So me and him kicked it for a while. So as we kicking it, like, you know, I'm getting my stuff together. I still haven't made my bed up yet, but I see what's going on. So when he see me go and pull out the TV, because I had the TV wrapped up in a blanket, and then I had the TV wrapped up in a sheet, and I had a blanket over top of it for it to protect it while I was moving. So when he see me pull that jump, you know what I mean? Like I looked at him, I'm like, yo, bro, look. I said, yo, look, man. I said, look, you might as well, you ain't trying to get on the top bunk, bro. I said, because I can't share a TV from the top bunk, and that's facts. Like, I can't get on the top bunk and be uncomfortable looking at my own TV. Like, I don't go through stuff like that. I don't know if any other inmates did. If you want to share a TV, you need to be the person on the bottom bunk. The dude that don't have a TV, he needs to be uncomfortable trying to look at the TV, not me. So I basically simply told him, man, I was like, yo, look, you ain't trying to, you know what I mean? Get off the bottom bunk, man, for you can see the TV. I was like, because I can't watch the TV from the top like that. So I guess he understood protocol. I guess he already been through this before. So, you know, Tim wasn't no lame dude, but I you know what I mean? I guess he understood. He was like, nah, you can have the bottom bunk. You got the TV too? You can have that junk. You can have that junk. I'm pretty sure you watch sports. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's all I really watch. Like, I kind of like, you know, like, I don't really like having people watch my TV. I don't like roommates like that. If you're going to be in a room, I'm going to help you get a TV. Like, it's TVs all over the place on Lawrenceville. You can buy them Jones hot. So he was like, yeah, everything was cool. So he switched beds. He let me get the bottom rack. He got on the top rack. Now, dudes would do that because they don't have a TV. Like I said, bro wasn't no lame dude. He just, like, that just made more sense. Like, yo, I'm going to watch bro TV. I'm going to get on the bottom bunk. So after a while, I got my stuff together. And me and him talked, man. Tim seemed like he was all right dude. So they called child. We leave out. So we go into the child hall, me and him kicking it. I ran into a couple people I knew for 70 building. I ain't catch ball here that day, but I seen some dudes I knew for 70 building. You know, a lot of dudes seen me on the side of the yard. They ain't seen me in a minute. Kicking it with them, everything straight. So the whole time, the dude tell him, man, like, from what, if I had to guess what kind of guy he was, man, like, he was a guy, like I said, he definitely wasn't a lame, but like, he was somebody that, you know, like, he didn't really have a lot of help from the streets. Like, you were running the dudes like that. They be cool dudes, real dudes, but they don't really got help from the streets. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's sending them nothing. Like, you got to get it everything from the rough. So, like, talking to him was crazy because he used to tell me, like, so going to the chow hall with bro, I could kind of tell because when we went there, they had the little beefaroni tray. Which one, all of that? Some dudes would eat it, some dudes won't. But I seen bro go in that junk. Bro, we sat down. Bro went in his top pocket, pulled out 2 sugar twins, put the 2 sugar twins in that junk, and mangled that tray, y'all. You hear me? He punished that junk, man. So I see him punish the tray. Like, for real, I'm going to see if I can catch ball head, but he won't there. So the tray sitting right there, got the cornbread, the beefaroni. He was like, you don't want that junk, Weezy? I was like, nah, you can get it, bro. I gave it to him. I just watched myself scrape the junk. He was like this. It looked like he wasn't even coming up from air. He was like, he smashed the beefaroni game. So I'm like, hey, bro, super hungry. So, you know, I didn't eat dinner. So when we go back, I go straight to the cell, you know what I mean, before we lock down. So I go in my bag. Grab 2 soups, grab a summer sausage game. I grab a mackerel game. I grab some squeezed cheese game. You know what I mean? And then I go down to the microwave. So I'm down there preparing my bowl pizza. I'm about to make a quick jump. This is what you call a quick bowl pizza. Cheese, sausage, mackerel. You know what I mean? Throw it in the microwave. Cook your dough. Put everything at the top on your toppings. Throw it back in the microwave for 3 minutes. It's done. This meal really don't take long. So I'm down there getting myself together. And I just started thinking like, man, like I don't really want to eat around my celly like this, man. Like, I know he ain't really got nothing. I ain't really see no food, no commissary, nothing like that. And the way bro smashed this beefaroni game, I'm thinking that, you know what I mean, he ain't really got nothing. So I'm like, man, that junk crazy, man. So I said, hey, Tim. We slept on the top. Tell hey, Tim. He came to the junk. I was like, hey, You want me to make you a bowl pizza, man? Now, bro just smashed my dinner tray and his dinner tray, so I'm thinking he gonna be like, nah. Bro was like, yeah, bro, hold on. Bro went in his joint. Bro grabbed his bowl, came back out, threw the bowl down to me. He was like, look, I got one soup too. Let me put one soup with it. I'm saying in my head, like, bro, the only thing you got to put in this meal is one soup, game. I'm like, man, I think I might be in the wrong sale game, y'all. So boom. But I'm gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt, man, because one thing about it, I'm not gonna deal with a dude that's worse and you don't have anything. Like, if you don't have anything, you need to show signs of drive, man. You need to show signs of somebody that, you know what, I'm not gonna just stand for not having anything, man. I'm gonna create a hustle. I don't care what it is. You could be in there doing a quarter board. You can be doing something. It's something that you can do in there. It's all type of stuff. Everybody has a talent of something to do in penitentiary, man. So like, you just being broke, that's not that's not something that I like seeing if you're not gonna try to fix this problem. So I was like, all right, I'll do that. I said, yo, look at my box, bro. Hand me this and that. Hand me da-da-da-da. So I got all the stuff that he can make a joint. So I got a joint. And I went on and put his joint together too. So I made 2 bowl pieces. So made a joint for bro. We go back upstairs. It's lockdown time, man. Bro, I'm thinking he gonna save his bowl pizza, whatever the case. No. As soon as them doors closed, man, bro scraped the bowl pizza. He scraped the joint. I'm sitting there on the bottom bunk. He's sitting on his box right there. I'm smashing mine with a bag of chips. I ain't even offer him no chips. If he would have asked, I would have gave him one. But you know, I already gave him everything for the bowl pizza. So I'm like, he don't really need no chips. So he punished the bowl pizza. I'm like, man, I was like, yo, tell him, man. I was like, man, you super hungry. Now, he won't even no big dude, man. He was like a little slim, brown-skinned dude. You know what I mean? He won't no dude that you'll think of be eating like this. But he's scraping the bowl. I said, man, you that? He was like, yeah, man, I don't be getting no help from the street. So I try to just eat as much as I can and get full as possible. Because in the morning, if they got BS breakfast, then, you know, I can't eat it all the time. I'm gonna eat everything. So I'm like, man, you would have fooled me if you can't eat anything, man. I thought every time I thought about him eating, I thought about, give it to Mikey, y'all. So boom. That's what I was thinking about, man. Like, bro be crushing, man. So from the first impressions of me and bro being in the room together, man, like, I don't mind looking out because, you know, like, if I'm fortunate enough, if you turn out to be a cool guy, I'm gonna play fair with you because you're my celly anyway. But at the same time, though, like I said, you got to show signs of a hustle. So I guess for like the first week or so, man, bro was just eating off me, pause. Like every time I would eat, because I'm eating. Y'all already know I'm going to eat a meal. If they ain't got no one over there to eat, I'm coming back to make me a meal. I had stuff just for that. You know what I mean? I might be like, I'm going to make me a nacho today. You know what I mean? Make me a nacho. Boom, 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 boom. Get the stuff together. Make me a nacho. Eat good. Like that's what I always did in there. So I would never eat without bro. So bro in there, like, you know what I mean? Like I guess after like a week of, like, man, I done ate off Weezy, pause for all this long time. And Weezy let me watch his TV, all of this, man. Like, man, I guess he was feeling like, man, that was crazy. That's enough. You know what I mean? But I was looking at it like, yo, bro, you starting to freeload. But still, though, like, on the strength that he was okay, that's what didn't bother me. When the doors pop, he'll get out my way, all of that, man. So I can remember, man, they ended up bringing some dudes in the pod. So when they ended up bringing some dudes in the pod, I looked up, and it was a little young boy standing by the microwave. Now, when I done seen all type of young boys. I'm not even old at the time. You want to call 30 old, call me an uncle this time, you can. But at the moment, I didn't feel old. I didn't look old at all. You know what I mean? I didn't look old at all either. But I seen this little young dude at the microwave, and like, he stuck out. I ain't even gonna lie. The man stuck out like a sore thumb. And when I come out on the tier, and I look, and I'm just like, and I spot the young boy, I'm like, I back up. I see the dude that sleep beside me. I'm like, yo, who was that? What are you doing here? He was like, oh, they just brought him and this white dude in. That's a young boy, man. He a young boy too. He ain't nothing but 20. So I'm like, 20? I was like, man look like he 18 in the face. This my word. This young boy looked super young, man. He was probably like 5'6". He had the little fro, man. No facial hair game, man. Like, he just had look young. And when I see him, he had the microwave with a cup like he about to make some coffee. So I'm like, man. So the dude tell me, like, hey, this moving man. I'm like, for real, where you from? He was like, I don't know. I think he from the beach. For real. When he say that, Tim Bus about to say, he from the beach. Where? Where he at? Where? I'm like, I look at Tim, I'm like, yo, the dude right there, they say this movie ain't from out your way. He was like, oh, he was like, man, that's Lil Kick. We gonna call him Kick. He said, man, that's Lil Kick, man. He shot down the steps. He was like, he got down them steps fast. He got down the steps. He was like, Kick. Young boy turned around. He was like, oh, what's up, man? He was like, oh, what's up, Tim, man? What you doing? He was like, man, what you doing in here, man? What you got going on, man? What you doing in the penitentiary, man? He was like, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but like, you know, they having a reunion down there, you know what I mean? So I'm just watching my roommate like, yo, this joke crazy. I'm like, man, he know that little young boy. So he talked to the little young boy for a minute. So I shot back in the cell. So when I'm in the cell, I look, my roommate coming back in the cell. But this time he coming in the cell with the young boy. So the young boy walking the cell, he got his coffee cup in his hand. When he walk in the cell like this though, this y'all was crazy. He walk in the cell. I promise you, like I have seen everything. Like I know if you on BS, if I feel like you on BS, like it's gonna be that's who you are until I'm proven wrong. Like I just be on everything, y'all. I'm sorry, but he walk in with his coffee cup like this. He was like, if it can make noise, he would have been like this. There's a lot of food in here, y'all. So boom. I promise you, man, this man scanned my room. And he probably ain't think I picked him doing that. But I watched him come in like that. He was like, he saw the bag of chips hanging up on the corner. He was like, Tim was like, yo, look, man, this is my roommate Weezy, man. He from Norfolk, man. This Weezy right here. I was like, what's up, bro? What's good? He was like, what's up, man? I was like, man, you look super young, bro. I was like, that's crazy, man. What you doing in here, man? He was like, man, I ain't got nothing but 3 years, man. I ain't got nothing but 3 years, man. But, you know, like, the administration know I'm young. I just turned 20. He shipped me a day after my birthday. So he was like, I just turned the dub. He was like, yo, all the administration up here know I'm young. They told me they gonna put me in this building. They ain't want to put me in the other side of the yard. He was like, what's going on the other side of the yard? I'm like, man, you the problem. I don't know. It's regular penitentiary over there. But I was like, probably because you super young. They probably trying to make sure you in a safe spot. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah. He was like, but I'm 20 though. Like, I ain't that young. So he was like, yeah. He like, man, I'm just trying to just do these little bit of years and just go home. Be like, Tim, what you be doing? Tim was like, man, I don't be doing nothing, man. I don't be doing nothing, man. I just be in here chilling, man. You know, messing with my roommate. That's all I be doing, man. I don't got nothing going on. I want to say in my head, I know you don't. You don't want nothing going on either. So the young boy was like, man, that's crazy, man. Tim, let me get 2 soups, Tim. I ain't got no food. Tim, let me get 2 soups. Tim was like, man, I ain't got no soups, man. He was like, you ain't got no soups? How you ain't got no soups? Tim was like, man, because I don't be getting no help from the street. He was like, if my roommate don't look out for me, man, I ain't really gonna have it like that. I ain't even gonna lie. The young boy was like, man, we can't be in here living like that. We can't be in here living like that. He was like, I'm about to get this job. I'm about to get this job, man, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure it out, man. We gonna be all right though, man. I'm gonna be all right. He was like, yo, good meeting you, Weezy. He scanned my jump one more time for the roll. Like, he's like, good meeting you, Weezy. I'm like, why does this dude keep scanning my room so he peel out? So when he peel out, I guess he go back to his room. His room was downstairs, kind of like all the way in the back side, on the left side, not the back side, the left side, but like the fourth to the last cell, like over there. I can't remember the numbers, but he's over in that back part over there. So I see he go to his cell. You know what I mean? So while we in there, you hear, I look, this was still daytime and everything on a weekday. So the counselor came in the joint. The counselor came in the joint, went straight to bro's cell. She went and got him, brought him back out. He walk out in front of everybody. They go out the door. He stay out there for a minute. He come back in. He come back in with some paperwork and stuff. He come back in with a little paper. So when he seen Tim, he told Tim that they gave him a job. You know what I mean? He was like, his job is cleaning up, sweeping up, doing this and doing that. And when everybody locked down now, it was people that had that job. Like I kept up with 30 building workers. Like I'm just getting over this part myself. So I didn't really know everybody that was locked in with a gig. I could see people that'll stay out. I know a few people, but like young blood just came in and got a gig immediately. You know what I mean? So he come in and get the gig. You know what I mean? So I guess, like I say, they feeling sorry for him because he's young. You know what I mean? He ain't got no help or nothing like that. So they give him the job. So he come back and was like, yo, they gave him the job. He was like, you do this and do that. So Tim was like, man, I've been trying to get a job for the last 3 months. And they told me I'm on the waiting list. So Tim acting like he was feeling some type of way about it, but they won't nothing he can do. I told Tim like, yo, bro, they probably just did that because he's young. You know what I mean? His age is the reason why they gave him this job. So Tim got over the joint. So the young boy, you know what I mean? He used to come rock with us. You know what I mean? Now I wasn't looking for no new friends, but like since he was a young dude, I looked at it like, you know, he ain't no trouble. So he'll come rock with us and we'll mess with the la-la. He'll come mess it up. He'll come up to our room and we'll hit the la-la together. Now, he'll be in that junk. Young boy get lit. Young boy super funny. I ain't gonna lie, yo, funny little young boy. Like he was super. I ain't gonna lie, man. He used to do some crazy stuff, man. But he was funny though, man. So he used to be in the room. He used to have me tripping, and Tim used to be sitting there. All of us be tripping. Of course, I'm providing a la because they don't have anything. But for the most part, we all in there tripping, having a good time. So the young boy, he'd do his bid. So the young boy just continued doing his bid, kicking it with Tim, and he started working the job. So as he started working the job, everything was going straight. You know what I mean? Like he was working the job, everything going smooth. Everything was normal. Everything was going smooth, man. But it was crazy though, because one time out of nowhere, man, like, you know what I mean? Like dudes was like, yo, Like you can tell when something happening in the pod. You know what I mean? Like stuff that happen all the time on a daily basis in penitentiary. But like when it happens though, you can kind of tell when it's a situation because it's 80 some people in the block, and you can just look at a crowd of people or look at a few batch of people and see that it's a situation about to occur or it happened before or something like that. So when I come back in from lunch, I look and I just see dudes kind of like, you know what I mean? Dudes like kind of grouped up over by the microwave a little bit. Now there's dudes from everywhere, different sections of tile water. Like there's dudes all over there just standing right there. So I walk back in, I pin it, and I just go up the steps. I go up the steps, I get to my cell. Tim come out his cell. Tim come out the cell and he see me coming in, so he about to come out. I was like, yo, bro, what's going on, bro? I don't know. I think somebody's CD player got stolen. I was like, for real? I was like, So as he said that, I made sure I looked at my CD player. I was like, oh, my Sony joint still right there. I was like, somebody's CD player? He was like, yeah. He was like, yo, the dude that sleep on the bottom 10, the third cell. He was like, see, he came back from child. His joint was gone. You know what I mean? He was like, look, like that joint petty though, man. He was like, man, you know nobody be stealing in this joint. You know what I mean? He was like, but he came back. His joint was out of there. I was like, his joint was out of there. He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, man, that's what he was saying. So I was like, man. So I put my shirt up. I step back out on the tier. I look. I'm like, and I just see him. He like, yeah, that joint petty, man. He was like, man, hey, look, whoever stole my CD player, you petty. Smear it on your back. But if I found out you did it, I gotta have you. Yeah, whoever went in my cell. So his roommate standing there looking like, and he just was like, how you just gonna let someone go in the cell, man? He was like, man, I ain't let nobody go in the cell. He said, man, you came to child late. I seen you. You came to child late. His roommate was like, yeah, but I ain't seen nobody going out cell. He was like, why they ain't take none of your stuff? Man, he was like, man, go ahead with that, man. He was like, man, I'm telling you, man, somebody stole my stuff, man. I don't care, man. So bro, mad. The dude, man, whose CD player got taken, he's extra angry about this. Why? Because his property is stolen, man. Anytime in penitentiary some property gets stolen, it's gonna be a problem, man. So as he just snapping out arguing, I look up, I just see the young boy come out his cell. He got his coffee cup, he walked right past them. He's so short, he walked right past them. He had the microwave, he put the hot water in his jar from the hot water pot. He like, dude just snapping out. You know what I mean? The young boy looks super young like a kid. He get his coffee, turn around, he came up the steps with us. He got out there, he stood on the top tier with us. Me and Tim stood on the top tier. I was like, man, that junk crazy, man. I was like, man, dude, mad. Somebody steal your stuff. That's how mad you're supposed to be, man. I promise you, man. Young boy was like, kid was like, hey, what's up? Y'all trying to mess with the la-la? I was like, you got some la-la? He was like, yeah, I got some la-la. I said, man, where you get that Feezy from, bro? I said, because you got that junk from 80 building, man. Like, I'm cool, bro. You got that junk from 80 building, man. Like, that junk they got down there some garbage. He was like, nah, I got this from 30 building. I was like, from 30 building? I was like, how you get that from 30 building? He was like, man, look, man, I know people, man. You trying to mess with the la-la or not, Weezy? I'm like, man, yeah, because I ain't trying to keep hearing dude argue, man. So I'm like, come on, let's go in the room. We went in the room. I went straight to my CD player, put the music on. Boom. I put that Self-Made on. This around that time, I'm banging that Self-Made, that Rick Ross and Meek Mills and Wale. You remember when they came out with that album? I'm banging that joint, this word. I put that joint on. You know what I mean? So he sit down. Tim still standing up. Tim was like, where you get some la-la from, kid? He was like, you ain't the only person that know me, man. That man went in his pocket. He was like, roll this joint out, Weezy. I was like, he gave me the joint. I was like, hey, bro, where you get this big ass spoon from?
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.